Hi, everybody. I am, well, not as pretty as I usually am. I apologize for that. Actually, don't know if we're live yet. Here we go. Hi, everybody. You may notice that I'm not as pretty as I usually am. We are having some technical difficulties here with my usual camera. So we are going live from the camera on my laptop. So it's a little bright. It's not as quite as put together as my usual, but what can you do? Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. If you are watching, say hi. Say hi in the chat here. Um, Still pretty early on, but we are here for you. We've got a very special guest here today. Someone that some of you may know, and some of you have maybe heard me speak about, but I don't think a lot of people have really had the chance to get to know. Good morning, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for being here. It's always nice to see you, to get a hello in the first minute of doing this. I'll be honest with you guys. When I first started doing these, I did not know if anybody was going to show up, um, and so I feel very blessed that Lisa, you're here, that you're hanging out with us to talk about our guest who has decided to barge in. Say hi to Homer. Say hi, Homer. Maybe I can back up. You guys can see him. You do a little dog show. Homer is a lot heavier than he looks. He is a monster. He is probably the most difficult person that I deal with in my life, and he's not even a person. He is, as you can see here, incredibly spoiled. He gets to just jump up in my lap in the middle of the show. He sleeps in bed with us, and not only does he sleep in bed with us, he climbs into my arms like a child, or I don't know, my canine spouse, and puts his head on my pillow and gets under the covers with me while I'm sleeping because that's what he thinks he deserves. So he is. He also gets to come to work with me. So Homer's been basically since we adopted with him. He has been with us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, nonstop almost. Unless, before coronavirus, we went to somebody's house that was not dog friendly. He's basically been with us every moment. So as you can see, he's a very spoiled little guy. I want to talk about dogs today because I love my dogs. And you probably love your dogs. If you have dogs, I would hope that you love them. So if you do have dogs, put it in the comments. I would love to see pictures of your dogs. Um, so many people have been nice enough to send me pictures of their dogs since I started working here at SERVPRO. We've been doing, if you're familiar with it, our good dog, bad dog of the week. Technically, it's nice and naughty dog of the week, but saying naughty dog always makes me feel weird. So it's good dog, bad dog. And the reason I did it is it felt weird to ask people to send me their dogs so I could say they're a bad dog. They weren't really bad dogs. Never met a bad dog. I'm sure they are out there. I've never met one. So if you have a dog, leave me a comment. What's your dog's name? What are they like? How do they ruin your life like Homer ruins my life? Or runs my life, I should say. Ruins it and runs it. Give me some details. We got Homer for dumb reasons. Really, 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 really dumb reasons. This was in summer of, I think, 2018. And hi, buddy. How you doing? Thank you so much. Okay, it's gross. This guy licks his butt for a living. We got Homer for really dumb reasons. It was summer of 2018. I was working. I would not call it like a dead end job, but it was not a job that I was super passionate about. And I'm sorry uh, to my former coworkers if you're hearing me say that. Obviously, I don't work there anymore, so that may have been an indication of how I felt. But here's what I was doing. I worked for a luxury marketing company, like agency, let's call it that. Like a boutique luxury marketing agency. And when I say, okay, you're good now. There, you're good. When I say like luxury, I mean my customers sold like $2,000 handbags, um, up to like $20,000 handbags actually, like $6,000 cabinets. One of my customers had the most expensive. They were a hotel. They had the most expensive penthouse in North America. It was $75,000 a night. So like the Kardashians stayed there sometimes. Meghan Markle had her baby shower there. It was like a big to do because it was so expensive even for her. It's where people would get ready to go to like the Met Gala. That was always a big deal for us. Those were the sorts of people that I was dealing with. Was the sorts of people that could afford to spend $75,000 a night on a penthouse, and the sorts of people who took care of them and took that $75,000. So I wasn't super in love with that job because, listen, I was born in Western Pennsylvania. I was raised in Western Pennsylvania. I'm gonna unplug my phone real quick. Let's go down, Homer. Back up. Born and raised in Western Pennsylvania, right? I was not around that sort of stuff ever in my life. And to have to deal with those people every day and like their demands and what they were asking me to do, I just never felt much of a connection to it. So that's summer of 2018. And we see little Homer here on Facebook. And this is why this is done. He looks exactly like our other dog, Zeddy, who is downstairs right now. And so I call Nikki, my fiance, and I say, I think we should adopt this dog. I'm so depressed. I need a win. And she says, okay, fine. Yeah, sure. And so we drive to Salamanca. We go to the Ears Animal Rescue Empire area. Animal Rescue Service? Empire? I don't know. I actually don't know what it stands for, but it's in Salamanca. And we see Homer, and he's like he's too much. He's a puppy, 6 months old. He's flying all over the place. We brought our dog Zeddy, who was like scared of everything. She's like shaking in the corner. But we're like, we gotta get this dog. Homer is the most protective dog I've ever dealt with in my life. As you can see, he thinks he's protecting me right now by sitting on my lap. Just in case any of you jump through the computer screen and try to get me. So that means every time we let him out, he's on the warpath, or he's about to be on the warpath for anything that could possibly come our way. That means the neighbors, if they like peek their heads out the window, he goes ballistic. If they bring their dog out, he goes ballistic. And somehow this always happens. I can let him out in the backyard, and it's 6 a.m, and a neighbor walks by with 2 poodles on leashes. He'll go nuts. I gotta stop myself from cursing for what I would actually say. But he's also like the best dog I've ever had. Because he's the first dog I've ever had that like really loved me and cared about me and kind of like chose me first. And I don't know if you've ever had a dog like that, ever had an experience like that. It's really something special. Morning, Kathy. How's it going? We're talking about dogs today. Do you have any pets? Do you have a dog? Post a picture. Tell me about the dog in the comments. Would love to know. I'm talking about my little Homer here, who's a monster. And actually, a monster who's getting kind of chubby because he gets so many treats. Yeah, he's ruined my life. He's destroyed so many pairs of shoes, so many pairs of headphones. If we leave the house, if we leave him there for more than 30 seconds, he just starts tearing stuff up. He's a nightmare. And when we bring him to work, the only thing he does all day is wait around to scream at the UPS guy. But we love him anyway. I'd want to know, and this is something my lovely fiance Nikki, who I am trying to get on the show. We only have 7 episodes left, by the way, so she doesn't have a lot of time. She always asks, if you could talk to your dog for 10 seconds, like 10 seconds, and you knew that they could understand you, like they could speak English for 10 seconds, what would you say to them? And Zeddy, who's our older dog, who was like scared of everything. She was raised in like an abusive home. She was 2 years old. They found her in the middle of the woods in Kentucky. She was like in a bad way when we got her. We would want to say to her, like, Zeddy, everything's going to be okay. You have nothing to be afraid of. We take care of you. We will always take care of you. You'll never let anything happen to you. There's nothing to be scared of. With Homer, I was trying to jump, but I wanted to have a word with him. Homer, quit it. You have the best life. Can you just cool it for a second? Just relax for a second, and you'll realize that everything is going to be fine, and you don't have to try to kill the UPS guy or kill every dog you see. Can you just be nice? Because then you'll have it made. You have it made. Homer, say hi to Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Okay. He's coming down because he's licked my glasses. Now I can't see. But I'd be curious to know, what would you say to your dog? Oh my god, I'm covered in pet hair. I shouldn't have worn black pants and done that. What would you say to your dog if they could understand you for 10 seconds? I think for most of us, it's some combination of, I love you and nothing bad will ever happen to you, and will you just quit being such a jerk? That's pretty much what I have to say to Homer every single day of my life as he's up here like begging for french fries. I think part of the reason that I've gotten so into dogs, that I really enjoy dogs, is because Nikki and I don't think we're having kids. It's just not something that I think either of us are really planning on doing. And the dogs sort of occupy that part in our life, which is, I think, both a common sentiment and like an insane thing to say, because a dog is a dog. One thing I know about Homer is he's not going to take care of me when I'm old. Even if he could, I don't think he'd choose to. But the dogs get all that sort of like love and affection, and there's someone to care for. They're our responsibility. They get a lot of that energy sublimated their way. I was thinking about that, and I went on the internet today. I was like, well, okay, I'm going to talk about the dogs. The dogs are really like our kids. But I always would wonder what our kids would look like. And so I typed in like baby generator just to see. And the results were not great. Because you put in your face, right? And so then you pick like, hi Maria, good morning. We're talking about dogs today, so tell me your dog stories. If you have a dog, what's their name? Yeah, you can put in your face, and you say, like, here's my eyeballs, here's, like, my head, and they can mash your faces up to see what your baby would look like. So I put in me and Nikki, and this is what I got. Do you think that looks anything like me? Bring it closer. That baby's not bad, actually. That's a pretty good baby. It looks way too curious. I don't know why it's wearing, like, invisible glasses. Oh, chubby. I don't know. I don't know what I would name that baby either. I think it's a girl. I'm gonna name it Kathy, actually. Because Kathy's here every single day saying hi. They have like a trove of like celebrity faces on there. So I was like, okay, well, baby with Nikki, not a great baby. What would it look like if I had a baby with Brad Pitt? Who hasn't thought that? This is what I got. Can you see me and Brad doing that? I can't see me and Brad doing that. For like a lot of different reasons. The last one I tried was Chewbacca. And I got him here. This I think is probably the best looking baby of the bunch. That hairy little guy. Me and Chewbacca. We made that together. I think I'm going to stick with the dogs. I like the dogs. I care about the dogs. The dogs care about me. They look out for me. Not that much, but in their own way they do. I do love the dogs. My little sister, we have a Christmas video, and I think I talked about this on another video. Because I had dogs growing up, right? And I was never that close with them the way that I am with like the dogs that I have now. But I remember them, and I like remember them fondly. We had this beautiful. What you got, Maria? Maria, my doggy is Sebastian. He's a good ninja. His expertise is stealing your food right underneath your nose. You don't know what hit you. Ha, stick with the dogs for now. Food ninja. What does he steal? Like, what does he steal from you, Maria? Like, is he getting your entire dinner plate? And how big is he? Is he, like what kind of dog is he? I'm very lucky that neither of my dogs do that. They are at least polite about the food. They can put their face right on your plate and they'll just beg and beg and beg. But that's probably because they always get it when they beg. Because they are very spoiled. Stealing food right underneath your nose. That's funny. Ninja. Sebastian the Ninja. My dog Bailey, growing up, he was the opposite of that. He was so like shy and nice. He was a golden retriever, and he was just like walk around the house. He wanted to be like up in everybody's business. And the only reason I'm thinking about this is because Christmas is coming up, and I talked about this on another video. But our like every Christmas we watch home videos of everything. King Cocker, 35 pounds. Post a picture. I want to see him. Maria's saying Sebastian eats everything. He's only 35 pounds. He can't be eating that much. Homer somehow is 50 pounds. He's like this big. He's very dense. We should probably put him into some agility courses or something. He can't just. He's not losing any weight from just running around the warehouse here like a crazy person. I lost my train of thought. The moral of the story is there's a video of my little sister Beth on Christmas unwrapping her gifts, and poor Bailey walks into the frame and she goes absolutely ballistic on him. In a funny way, because she's like 3 years old. But that poor dog, he's been through a lot. We don't deserve dogs, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I would like to, if I can, go and take a look at some of the other dogs, do a little bit of a field trip. But, I don't know, it sounds like maybe there's a customer down there or something. It's hard to say. Might not be the best time. But I will post some pictures of the dogs. And I'm going to repost, actually, some pictures that my friend Jim Corley sent me the other day of his dog Tank, who is adorable. And it hangs out at their office, and I don't think he got enough credit the last time, so I'm going to repost him. But I would love it. Post pictures of your dogs. Let me see them. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. Sorry, this one's a little bit more unstructured than some of the other ones. I just wanted to bring in Homer and have him say hi to everybody. And let you guys know that we're winding down with these shows. It's been fun. It's been real. Doing one every single day for you guys. We've got 7 left, and we've got some big interviews coming up. So not every single one of them actually, the majority of them will not be live. So this hanging out that we're doing, talking about Sebastian and his ninja activities, it's sort of dwindling down. I would like to know, though, if I keep doing this, and maybe I do it once a week, is that something that you guys would be interested in? Just leave me a comment, let me know if that's something you would check in on. Maybe I do it a little bit later in the day. It seems like 10:10 might be a bit early for folks. What would you like to see? Who would you like me to talk to? Would you like to come on and talk about something? What are you interested in? Homer, oh my god. Here's what Homer's doing though. What is that? What are you doing? What are you doing? He's chewing on something. I think a thumbtack. Alright. He's fine. Yeah, let me know what you think. I think I'm gonna, like I said, 7 episodes left. But I'll probably keep doing this. Maria says, yes, positivity is great. Maria, you are the most positive person. You are keeping the dream alive here. I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. So, I think I'm going to sign off a little bit early today because there's like a lot to do here. It's been cool. Like I said, leave pictures of your dogs. Tune in tomorrow. We're hitting the end of our run here. 7 more shows. I will be live tomorrow, and I'd love to see you there. Yeah, have a great day.